were dating, 10, 11, 12 years ago, I mean, we would go on these road trips, and she would always make me pull over, and we'd look at these silos in the middle of nowhere, and they'd have ivy growing up all over them. And so really the very first time I saw this, I literally said to myself, she has completely lost her mind, and this is exactly for my wife.
So the retail is going to happen in the big grain barn. There's about 4,000 to 8,000 square feet. That'll be retail and Magnolia offices. And then in the 12,000 square feet behind the retail will be the open trade days market. And then with these silos in the background, right now
we call them phase 2.
Yeah, but right now, we're going to do a stage under this awning, so there's going to be live music that happens. It's almost like the backdrop for this whole experience.
Oh, first time I came up here, I was in hog heaven. I went to college right across the street there, and the idea that we would have a building that would allow us to sort of have this kind of view of it is a real proud moment. We had a structural engineer come out the same time we did the phase 1 environmental study, and the environmental study came in really solid, and the structural elements of these silos are like impeccable. I mean, when I look at the Alico building, I feel the same way. It's like, we're almost, if we could get on our tippy toes, we might be as tall as the Alico building, We're really wanting to get done with this thing, first quarter, second quarter of next year, worst case scenario. So, I mean, we're going to get after it. I mean, we're going to blow this thing up. The film crews are all going to be here, catching all the elements of it. That'll become a real backstory to the show itself. And so, hopefully, between our efforts and the motivation from the film crew to get this thing done sooner than later, hopefully, first quarter next year, second quarter next year, worst case scenario.